This is no ordinary sausage. Barbecued and wrapped in white bread, the democracy sausage is an Australian election day tradition. If you didn't eat one, did you even vote? So there's sausage stands outside almost every polling station with live maps, Instagram accounts, even websites dedicated to the democracy sausage. The country even has Eva, the democracy sausage dog, who predicts a winning candidate by, sniffing their sausage. But neither the dog nor the sausage is the most interesting thing about the elections here in Australia. Get this.
In Australia, for about 100 years now, we've had a system of compulsory voting where every citizen is expected to be enrolled on the voting roll and vote in local government, state government and federal government elections.
So what happens if you turn up your nose to a democracy sausage and refuse to vote? Well, here in Australia, you could actually face a fine of up to $80 and you could even end up in court. So most Australians prefer to vote.
When I was younger, I never voted. And
did you ever get the fine?
Yeah, that sucks. It should be compulsory, not fine you for not voting.
Do sausages and mandatory voting really make a difference to a democracy? Well, according to research, yes.
There is some evidence from Latin America in particular to show that countries that have compulsory turnout also tend to have a bit more egalitarian politics.
Before voting became compulsory in 1924, voter turnout here in Australia was actually pretty low, and those that did vote tended to be quite wealthy and voted for politicians that were serving their needs. Now that changed when everyone had to vote. Suddenly, poorer communities had a voice in Parliament and public policies changed too.
Politicians aren't just pandering to extreme views. Everyone is obliged to vote, and so politicians have to pitch their message to a kind of a broader cross-section of society.
And when you get 95% turnout, and even with 1 or 2% of those deliberately spoiling a ballot, that's the most thorough survey you can of people's opinion on who should govern them.
2020 was the first time I voted in an Australian election. It was quick, it was easy, there were no queues, and elections are always held on a Saturday, so no one's got an excuse for missing it. Surveys show up to 70% of Australians support mandatory voting. And to be honest, I haven't been able to find a single person that doesn't like the idea here.
Voting is a basic right, so everyone must vote.
It's a good thing, yeah, definitely.
Because then you don't have that goes down in the USA.
Maybe someone like me wouldn't vote over in America, but like mandatory voting, make sure everyone's included.
I think it has its pros and cons, but ultimately I think it's a democratic good.
It doesn't seem like true democracy if no one is voting.
Here down under, they see like 90% of people showing up to vote. Only 55% of eligible voters pulled up to the polls in America in 2016. So mandatory voting might not actually be such a bad idea, and it's already happening in over 20 other countries: Argentina, Greece, Belgium. And when they polled adults in Germany and the UK, 2/3 of them thought compulsory voting might actually be a good idea. So what do you think? Could this work in the US? This is NBCLX and #OurStories. What's yours?